specialist on biology and molecular biology. He's also our, he's responsible for library also, so it's part of his series of units. And he is our keynote speaker. And this is our open.
Thank you very much. I am very happy and to have the opportunity to have this keynote lectures, and I would like to thank the organizers for organizing this great meeting and to give me opportunity to present this speech, if I can open it. Okay, so I would like to share with you today with some of my thoughts about the measurement of scientific excellence, of scientific efficiency, and what tools can we use to measure this. So the question we ask is, who is a better researcher? And you can see a very famous person here is Albert Einstein and James Watson, a Nobel Prize winner for discovery of the DNA structure, and Maria Curie and Linus Pauling, and those two people are the only people who obtain Nobel Prize twice. And of course, it would be very difficult to answer the question, who is a better scientist? And of course, one may ask, why to ask such a question? Is it necessary to evaluate who is the best or scientist, or who is the better scientist? And perhaps if you ask the scientists about this, they would say, no, this is no sense to ask such a question. However, as you heard, I am a vice rector for research, and such a question is necessary for me, because every day I have a dilemma. Because every day I have several persons asking me for funds, for money for their research. And obviously the problem is that I don't have such amount of money to give the funds for studies of every interesting subject I would like to fund. So I have to select the best persons, the persons who I believe can make very efficient science. So the answer to the question why to ask such a question, who is the better scientist, is quite trivial but important, to decide whose research should be funded. Because we have limited source of funding for research. So there are some numbers, how big are those funds in UK, in Poland, in the US. Of course, the US is the major country, and the funds which goes to National Science Foundation, which is one of several research foundations in the US, is much higher than in any European country, but still there is the situation that only a small fraction of scientific projects is financed. Often the percent of success when you apply for research grants is about 20%. So 1 per 5 applications can be funded. But sometimes the competition is so strong that even only 1% or less application is funded. So it is necessary to evaluate the projects, but also to evaluate the researchers. Because if the project leader has a good research record, has good publications, it is more probable that the next project will be very efficient, rather than to fund a person who worked for 10 years and had no publications, for example. And also there is a problem with financing of the basic level of research. What does it mean, the basic level? So to send a project for specific